Hey guys, Joe here, 690 ADV, 690 Garage, Rent and Ride. You ever wondered why you'd need 10 video cameras to capture your ride or your trip? Why do you need 10 cameras? 5 cameras, 8 cameras, I don't know. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it on the Rent and Ride.
What happened? I woke up in a big old pile of money. Hey, all you KTM guys, come on, I'm Team Warren. Don't think I'm coming down on you. I, on the other hand, and you on the other hand, and a lot of people on the other hand, so why don't we have a 450? As a competitor, do a lot of ice.
But here's my thinking. Hey guys, Joe here, 690 ADV, 690 Garage, Rent and Ride. Video cameras. Video action cameras. Everybody got them, and if you don't have one, you want to go get one because it's usually the best way to record your rides. You see them all over. Everybody puts them on their helmet. They basically strap them to their bikes. They do all that good jazz. And I've just never understood it. I'll see guys riding, and they'll have not one, not two, sometimes not even 3. I've seen as much as 4 to 5 cameras on a helmet slash right there, all over the handlebars and everything. And I've never understood why a person would need 5 cameras out at one time. I use one. That's it. I use my Sena. I love this thing, man. It's awesome. It really is. It's super, super cool. Plus it's Bluetooth to my Sena headset, and it allows me to do my moto vlogging for my rent and ride and all my other stuff that I do. So, with that being said, I can only really use one at a time, so I'm not really understanding why there's just, 5 or 6 cameras. You'll see Sena Cruiser. He'll be using his. He has like 3. Then you got Everride. He's got I think 2 or 3. And then you always look at the handlebars. They've always got one pointing back, one at the back, and then they'll have all these different camera angles. And granted, you will get a couple of camera angles from those guys. I'm just not into that. That's not really my thing. But I just, it's like really, I don't understand, because you really only are going to use one. Now, I get maybe 2 cameras. That might make a little bit more sense to me, Like if you pulled over and you want to get a flyby shot or something. I get that. I get that. But to have 3 cameras on your helmet, come on, man. Really? Really? I'm not getting that one. That one's not making too much sense to me. So, if anybody knows why they put 3 cameras on their helmet, and they're only recording usually one at one time, and you know that it's recording because of the red light, so I just don't understand why you'd want those 3, because most of the time it's just not, the other ones are just not being used. And when I go on my moto trips, I have 4 cameras. I'm not trying to bash or come down on these guys, because I follow those guys. I like their videos. Some of them I don't, but most of them I do. And they got they have like backpacks and stuff when they're carrying all their stuff. But I try not to be that much into it. I'm trying to be very simple in what I do. But anyway, back to what I'm talking about is on my trips, whenever I'm going and I'm recording my video, I only have one real camera going. Now, we do have other guys and riders that have other cameras too, so we can kind of pick up different angles and stuff like that. But I've just never really understood the 9 cameras. How? Why do you need all of them? And then you go ask some guys, they're like, well, I got this one's my night camera, and this one's my telephoto camera, and this one here picks up this angle, and this one's for my tires, and this one's for my brakes, and this one. I'm like, all right, okie dokie. Okie dokie, Smokey. I'm like, but, you know, you no matter where you put a camera, unless it's on your handlebar pointed out, or if it's on your helmet like I have mine, which is basically a beak mount, you're only gonna go so far. I mean, then you gotta pull over, and you know you're gonna have to sit there and take it off of the back, you know, if you're trying to get that tire shot, you know, and all that stuff. I mean, but that's okay. I understand that, but I mean, I just don't understand why there would be 3 to 4 cameras mounted on your helmet at one time. Now I have multiple mounts on my helmet for the same camera, but I'm not going to mount I'm not mounting my GoPro, and I'm not putting my Sena, and I'm not putting all that stuff on my helmet. I'm not gonna do that. I think it looks retarded. You know, I just think that's dumb. But there are guys that do it, and I want to thank you guys, because guys are starting to comment a lot more on my stuff. You know, tell me, because maybe there's something I'm missing, and if I'm missing it, and it's something that I should know about, then maybe I will mount 3 freaking cameras to my helmet. But I really just think that you can get away with one. I personally think you can just get away with one. So, but yeah, I mean, the 10 video cameras, I don't know. Like I said, I have like 4 or 5, but they're used for different situations. And I know other guys, you know, they'll bring, probably 2 or 3 cameras. But I just don't understand when you got like a whole duffel bag full of video equipment when you're on a bike. You do realize you're on a motorcycle, right? So, I mean, spaces of, it's comes at a price, if you're traveling. So I don't know why you'd want to take that much stuff. And not only that, video equipment's expensive too. So, but can't you just get away with 1 camera or 2? I mean, can't you? I mean, am I wrong? Am I wrong with that? I mean, am I missing something? I mean, today's cameras are so awesome, especially with all this new Bluetooth stuff and all that. I mean, we're getting some pretty cool stuff now, right, guys? Especially with our dual sport riding and stuff. I mean, I think it's, I think we can get away with, I'm not saying 1, but, how about 2? I think 2's good. That's my opinion. I think 2's going to be a good number, for documenting all of our stuff. And then you go to the next level, then you start bringing in the drones, man. There's guys that got backpacks that are the size of small children, and they're doing drone footage. Now, I tell you what, I'm not going to bash the drone footage, because the drone footage is freaking cool, man. There are some guys that are doing some stuff with the drones, especially with that follow me technology and stuff. I think that's pretty freaking cool, to be quite honest with you. But, if I'm out on a trip, I don't know if I'd want to take a drone. Does anybody know of a drone that would really work? Like, say, I got a 690. I mean, how much room do I have? I got like a giant loop bag and, some stuff like that. I mean, where would I pack it? And not only that, if I did, I'd be a little worried, because I'd almost want it in a crush-proof case or something like that. So maybe somebody knows about a good, cool, drone or something like that that's very compact that maybe I might look into. If it doesn't cost $9 million, that's the next thing. So if you do, put it in the comments, man, or something, and let me know. Put a link in there so that I can go check it out, and maybe we'll shoot some drone footage, man. That'd be kind of cool. So, but yeah, all the cameras and stuff, I just don't understand it, man. From the 35 mils into the to the digitals, the DLSRs, and then you got the GoPros, in which, GoPro started it all, and everybody ripped it off. But with Sena, I'm not going to lie, this Sena Prism is nothing short of spectacular. I love this camera, and I love the way it connects up in the helmet, and I know I get some complaints saying I'm working on the audio. I'm not real good. I'm not like this professional editor and stuff like that. I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants, and You know, I'm trying to normalize my audio and stuff like that. So I'm trying. So I get it. It gets a little loud sometimes, but I'm not a professional editor. But with all the cameras and stuff, you know, like the DSLRs and the GoPros and all that stuff, you know, it would be nice if the manufacturers could make adapters for these cameras that maybe we could achieve, you know, a one camera deal. How cool would that be, right? We get one camera that, you know, has an attachment that maybe we could put a telephoto lens on there and then, you know, like in a case or something, because they take great photos. I mean, they really do. This Sena does good. I know GoPro does a great job. And, you know, how cool would it be if you could just buy that case and put your camera in there? Not only can you record your action shots in 1080p or 720, whatever your flavor is. I like shooting in 1080p. But how cool would it be if you could do that, to where you could get like that DSLR deal, you know, and then maybe add a few more features to these things. I mean, they're mini computers. I mean, you can't tell me that they can't put some extra added features on there to where we couldn't get maybe, you know, like the ISO features and stuff like that. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe one of you motorcycle guys out there can comment. Maybe you're like a professional photographer or something, and in the comments tell me about what that difference is. And hey, 690, you're out of your freaking mind, Joe. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. You know, check out that creeper about to pull out on me. Anyway, you can't have it because it's not going to fit, and that's okay. But I'd like to know, because I think it would be awesome, man, if you could get that all-in-one camera, and I'd be okay with paying that money. And I think you would too, if you could get a camera that is durable, it's got a decent battery, and you can buy multiple Farkles for it, so that you could take it on your trips and use it as an action camera, plus all the other features of the other cameras. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that would be super way cool, and I'd be okay with, you know, spending $500-600. And I'm sure a lot of other people, I mean, I don't think they could keep them on the shelves, but I think they don't do it because they don't want to compete with other stuff, and they probably don't want to get into all the extra, you know, R&D that goes into that stuff to make it happen. And who knows? Like I said, maybe there's a professional moto photographer out there that can tell me, say, well, it won't happen because of this, and I'll be like, and then I'll just niche it off the table and be like, okay, Joe, you're a dork and you don't know what you're talking about, and this guy just kind of put you down and told you why it can't be. And I'd be okay with that, because guess what? Knowledge is king, man. And then I'll know, and then anytime somebody asks me, I will know the answer, and that would be way cool. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, like I said, we're growing. Be part of it. I want you to be part of it. I want you to click that subscribe button. I want you to be part of the 690 ADV. I want to build a community. I want it for everybody. Everybody. This isn't just for whatever, you know. I mean, I understand. Motorcycle riders come in all sizes and flavors and everything. And this channel is going to grow with everybody in mind that has anything to do with dual sport. Anything with dual sport. We're going to talk about all the bikes. We're going to talk about maintenance on bikes. We're going to talk about, you know, little teeny things. New stuff coming out, man. Tuesday, 2-minute tips or less. We're going to basically do tips in 2 minutes or less every Tuesday, 3 p.m. Check it out. And a lot of people are going to go, Joe, that is just dumb. You should know that. But you know what? There are a lot of motorcycle people that are just starting to learn that they don't even know how to put a key in a bike. And you know what? People got to learn. And that's where we come in. I'm going to do it from the most dumb thing that anybody will sit there and bash me, all the way up to stuff that guys will go, I never thought of that. But that's what we're going to do. And that's on Tuesdays, 3 p.m. 2-minute tips in 2 minutes or less. Going to happen. Coming to you live on the 690 ADV. But anyway, like I said, the cameras and stuff, if you guys know anything about that stuff, let me know. I don't understand why guys have 5 cameras on their helmet. I've got 1. I don't foresee putting any more unless somebody leaves me a comment and says, hey, Joe, Mr. 690, you would get a benefit if you did this. You might see me with 5 cameras on if you can tell me why to do it, but you got to tell me why, because I just don't. My mind's not wrapped around it. I'm not getting it. I'm just the one camera thing seems like the only thing to me that's gonna work. So anyway, we're coming to the end of the ride. We've been ranting, and I appreciate your time. And if you like what you hear, and we're growing and we got stuff, and like I said, put comments in there, and maybe I can rant about some of the stuff that's on your mind or what you want to know about that I may know about. And heck, I may not know about it, and I'll go research it and know about it, and I'll do a whole ride just for one person if that's what you want. But I want you to subscribe. I want you to click that bell, because if you click the bell, it's going to basically give you all updates on anything that we're doing. It will keep you informed of what's happening. Like I said, more videos coming, more stuff coming. We got some cool stuff coming down the pike. So anyway, I appreciate your time. God bless, and we're back at the 690 garage. And I love my 690 garage because you know what it is? It's a freaking real garage. It's not like some garage that, you know, you just basically, oh yeah, it's like a studio. There is no studio here. I'm a regular, average guy that doesn't have a gabillion dollars, and I just basically love motorcycles, and I love dual sport, and I love getting lost, and I love this bike. I love all my bikes. Anyway, hit subscribe. I appreciate you. You guys have a great day. 690 out.